In the quiet moments of that gathering, a powerful truth was whispered around you, but only those with an open heart could truly sense its weight. The angels now want you to uncover what was hidden that night. They may have smiled, shared stories, and exchanged laughter, yet the angels observed a secret lingering between each word. They know there's a message from that night waiting to be revealed to you. You thought you were just sharing an evening with loved ones, but the angels saw a different purpose. They saw healing, forgiveness, and silent prayers, all woven into that gathering just for you. There were moments that felt strange, energies that didn't quite align. The angels noticed these signs and now urge you to listen closely. There's something you need to understand about that night. The gathering wasn't just a meeting of friends, it was a spiritual alignment. The angels arranged this encounter to show you hidden truths about yourself and those around you. What if I told you that every glance, every laugh, and every silence had a hidden meaning? Angels saw the signals, and now they urge you to look beyond the surface to find the truth. As the night wore on, you may have sensed a heaviness, an unspoken story between the laughs. That's because the angels were working, bringing buried truths to light, ones you're finally ready to face. Not everything spoken that night was truth, but the angels heard every word. They want you to look back and notice the things you missed because the real story lies in the unspoken. You felt something shift that night, didn't you? It was more than a simple gathering. The angels are saying that moment held a revelation, waiting for you to piece together its meaning. Every single person in that room played a role, even if they didn't know it. Angels placed each one there for a reason, and now they want you to recognize the message hidden in their presence. That gathering left you with a feeling, a curiosity. The angels say it's time to uncover the purpose behind that night because the truth will change your heart forever. Angels noticed the silent exchanges, the things left unsaid. They knew that night was no accident, but a carefully crafted encounter to awaken a truth deep within you. You thought it was just another evening, but in reality the angels had prepared a message in disguise, a reminder of the path you're meant to walk. It felt ordinary, yet something about that gathering stayed with you. The angels know why, and they want you to explore the hidden meanings behind each conversation. Sometimes angels bring people together to reveal what words alone can't express. That gathering was a gift, a revelation in the making, crafted just for you. You may think you understand what happened that night, but the angels want you to dig deeper. The real truth will surprise you and illuminate the path forward. It wasn't about who spoke the loudest or shared the funniest story. The angels orchestrated that night so you would see the hidden bonds, the silent connections meant to guide your soul. Angels want you to know that those you met that night are part of a grander plan, one that is now ready to unfold. Their presence was a divine nudge toward your true purpose. The laughter, the glances, the energy in that room held a secret only the angels could see. They say it's time for you to understand why that night felt so different. Each guest, every interaction, was arranged by angels to bring clarity into your life. The truth about that night will unlock something transformative within you. That night wasn't just for socializing. It was an orchestrated moment for revelation. The angels are saying it's time to revisit the memories from that gathering. You're not imagining things. There was something significant about that evening. Angels placed a message within it, and they're waiting for you to uncover its truth. Nothing happens by chance, and that gathering was no different. Angels arranged it to show you a truth, one that will make sense of everything you have been questioning. It seemed like an ordinary evening, but angels used that gathering to introduce a message for your heart. Now they urge you to unravel what's been hidden. Angels sent subtle signs that night, hidden messages to spark your intuition. Look back, and you'll begin to understand the purpose of each moment. Have you wondered why certain moments from that gathering stay on your mind? Angels are guiding you toward a truth that only you can discover from that night. What felt like a casual night was anything but. The angels were watching closely, and they now reveal that there's a deeper significance to what happened. Angels say there was a reason for every word spoken, every person present. That night was crafted to reveal what you're meant to learn about your path. That gathering wasn't just a random event. It was a message wrapped in human connection. The angels say it's time to understand what was truly happening. Sometimes angels work in silence. They brought those people into your life that night for a reason, and now they ask you to see the truth behind each interaction. Angels want you to know there was a silent purpose, a reason for every guest that night. Open your heart to the truth, and the real story will unfold. That night was meant to open your eyes, to show you the truth in ways words never could. Angels say the time has come to look back and understand. The angels know you felt something unusual, an unexplained pull during that night. They now urge you to listen to that feeling, for it holds a message just for you. Each laugh, every shared story that night had a hidden purpose. The angels orchestrated it all to help you understand a profound truth. Angels work in mysterious ways, often in gatherings and encounters. That night held a truth disguised in smiles, waiting for you to reveal it. There's a truth woven into that gathering. You see, a message the angels want you to discover. Only when you look back with open eyes will you see it clearly. Your heart knows there was more to that night. Angels say it's time to revisit those memories, for within them lies a truth that will set your soul free. Sometimes angels communicate through people. That night was no ordinary gathering. It was an angelic message in disguise, urging you to awaken to its meaning. The energy, the moments of silence, all held a purpose that night. Angels brought each person there to show you something vital about your journey. Angels watched closely as connections formed and conversations flowed. Now they ask you to remember, to see the hidden message in every detail. That gathering was a sacred moment, one that angels orchestrated to bring clarity into your life. They want you to look back and see what they tried to reveal. Each face, every shared moment, was placed in your path with divine purpose. Angels now say it's time to uncover the truth that night was meant to show you. What seemed like coincidence was actually angelic guidance. That gathering held a message for you, one you're finally ready to hear. Angels surrounded you that night, guiding conversations and creating connections to reveal a truth. Now they urge you to listen to your heart's memories. They were with you that night, gently nudging you toward understanding. Angels say it's time to uncover the reason behind that gathering. Angels brought people into your life that night to awaken a truth. That gathering was a gift, a reminder of what lies within you. There was a hidden meaning in the laughter and the quiet moments that night. Angels say it's time to understand why they brought you all together. That gathering wasn't ordinary. It was a divine arrangement. Angels are saying the truth behind that night will bring light into your life. Every glance, every word shared held a message for you. The angels orchestrated that night, waiting for you to discover the truth within it. The people you connected with that night were not by chance. Angels placed each one there to help you uncover a truth that would guide you forward. Each moment of that gathering holds a purpose. Angels say it's time for you to reveal the message hidden within the memories of that night. It was no ordinary night. It was an angelic intervention. The truth that the angels hid within that gathering will leave you speechless. The gathering left an impression for a reason. Angels were guiding you, bringing clarity into your life through each conversation. The angels say there's more to that night than meets the eye. Look back with open eyes, and the truth will reveal itself to you. Angels gathered around that night, watching over you, leaving clues in each shared glance. It's time to unlock the secrets they left behind. The truth about that gathering is now ready to be revealed. Angels ask you to revisit that night and see the divine message in every detail. Every silence, every shared laugh that night held a hidden meaning. The angels now say it's time to understand the true purpose of that gathering.